Okay, hi friends. We're going to do a little math now. Today we're going to do what's called problem solving, where we're going to look at a picture and we're going to figure out what the problem is and how it needs to get solved. Okay, so it's a little different math than looking at numbers and adding and comparing numbers, or looking at sorting, or if things are in front of, next to, beside. This is really just looking at an everyday problem, and it helps us when we come across these problems in everyday life and we have to look at a situation and ask ourselves some questions first to figure out exactly what is the problem, and then using what we know, solving that problem. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I want you to look at page 603 in your math book. Okay, 603. And you should see this page. Okay, and we always put our name up at the top, right? Okay, I'm going to hold it up while I'm talking so you can be looking at the picture, okay? All right, so in our picture, I am looking. What do you know from the picture? Okay, what do you know from the picture? Let's look at this little boy. What's he doing? Okay, he's holding shoes. What's the problem, do you think? What do you think his problem might be? Maybe he doesn't know where to put the shoes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at the picture and we're going to help guide him to where he should put those shoes. We're going to help him solve this problem, okay? So let's take a look at the picture. All right, so we have shirts hanging here. Okay, do we have any empty hangers there? No, so that would be kind of silly. Do we put shoes on a hanger? No. We usually put shoes on maybe a shelf in our closet or something. So let's take a look at that shelf. Is there any space on that shelf or beside the other pair of shoes where he might be able to put his shoes? Exactly. If we look, there are two pairs of shoes here. Is there room beside those shoes or next to those shoes? Yes, there is. There's a space right there beside either pair of shoes. Okay, so I think that that would be a place where I would tell the boys to put the shoes between the other shoes. But I could also tell him then, look what's right above it is the blue shirt. I could tell him, put the shoes below the blue shirt and in between the two pairs of shoes. So let's go down to the bottom. Now they took the shelf and they have those two pairs of shoes, and what did they do? They put the pair of shoes between the two other pairs of shoes. So let's go ahead and trace those shoes. Okay? Okay. So that's what we're going to do on these pages. We're going to look at the picture and try to figure out what is the problem and tell the person in the picture how to solve that problem, okay? All right, let's take a look at this page, all right? So let's look at the little girl, okay? What is the problem? What do we know from the picture? Okay, the girl is holding a cat, right? She's holding a cat. What do you think the problem might be? She's at a pet show, and so she's looking at the two tables. What do you think might be the problem? Right, maybe she doesn't know where to put the cat. So how would you tell the girl where to place the cat using a position word? So let's see. Where do you think she should put the cat? Okay, over here? No, why? Because those are the dogs, right? I don't think that would work out well. What about over here? Okay, so what could you tell her using a position word? What could you tell her? Very good. I would tell her to put the cat beside the tan cat and next to the brown cat. So right here, that would be the way I would describe where she should put her cat using position words. So let's go down below. We're not going to add it up there. We're going to go down below and let's tell her to put the cat between the tan cat and next to the brown cat. So we would put the cat, her cat, kind of looks like a dog. Okay, so we would tell her that that's where she should put her cat. Okay, all right, let's go to the next page. All right, let's look at the picture. Okay, what do we know? Okay, we see the boy is holding his lunchbox, right? He's holding his lunchbox. Okay, so that's what we know from the picture. Okay, what is the problem? What do you think the problem is? Okay, he doesn't know where to put his lunchbox. Okay, how would you tell the boy where to place his lunchbox using position words? Let's take a look. Do we see other lunchboxes? Yep, we see other lunchboxes. Okay, what could we tell him? That the lunchbox belongs beside or next to the other lunchboxes. That's one way we could describe it. We could also say the lunchbox could go over the empty coat hook. So we could say it one of two ways. We could solve the problem for him one of two different ways using position words. We could say, put his lunchbox next to or beside the other lunchboxes in that empty spot. Or we could say, put your lunchbox over the empty coat hook, because there's an empty coat hook, okay? So let's go down to the bottom, and now we're going to act it out. Okay, so we said we could tell him he could put his lunchbox between or next to or beside the other two lunchboxes. And we also said he could put his lunchbox over the empty coat hook. So let's go ahead and draw in where we said he could put his lunchbox. Okay? Good job. All right. Turn the page. All right. What do we know from the picture? Okay? She has a bouquet of flowers. What's the problem? She's trying to figure out where to put the flowers, okay? So let's look at the picture here. Using direction words, what could we do? Where could we tell her to place those flowers? Okay, using a direction word, I could say, a position word, I could say, you should put the flowers next to or beside the other flowers. Okay, and is there a place where she could do that? Yes, there is, right in the middle. So let's go down to the bottom. Okay, and down at the bottom, let's go ahead and show where the flowers should be placed. Okay, so I think okay. All right. Very good job on problem solving today. It was just a quick little lesson on problem solving, but you did a fantastic job on that. All right, my friends, I will see you later. Good job on your math.